Your actions have changed the world.
Hello, and welcome back to Hitman 3 and Ambrose Island. And today we are going to mop up the remaining discoveries and feats, starting with destructive neutralization for destroying the satellite control unit. We will take out after that the first of our two shortcuts. That will be the Colonial Ruins shortcut. Then moving on from that, we will get the Fire Starter challenge for obtaining a Molotov cocktail, Nature's Bounty for helping out Mr. Jaeger, Get It Yourself Redacted challenge, which entails throwing a coconut at Farah. Then moving on, we will take out the next shortcut at the pirate location, followed by Straight Shot, which I didn't realize I didn't have. After that, we will move on to Access Denied for getting the access cards, and then Pen Pal's Redacted challenge for collecting the 4 notes, before we finally leave by being picked up by Lucas Gray. So for today's challenge, we will be starting at the Western Beach, and the only items we need to be bringing with us will be an explosive of some sort and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, during all of my practice runs, I managed to very nearly silent assassin this entire thing. But obviously, of course, once you hit record, everything does go very wrong, and it will for me. So we're going to head straight down the pier into the woods around to our right and collect up the coconut here. That will come in handy later. We're then going to run up the stairs opposite us, and we're going to head off now to the satellite relay area underneath the ruins in the cave. And we're going to move on to our first discovery or feat, destructive neutralization. So once we make it out onto the beach, around to our left into the caves, and this is where things immediately start going wrong for me. So we're going to pull out our silenced pistol, take out the camera, and we've had a bullet impact noticed. Now that doesn't seem like a big deal, but it actually is, because it's completely messed up my timing. It does work in our favor in the short term, because it does line up the 2 guards in the cave here absolutely perfectly, but it does ruin everything else from that point onwards. So once the guard finally loses interest and starts to return to his routine, we can then make our way through the cave up onto the beach where we will be trespassing, and we're just going to wait right behind this crate here that the guard was just stood next to. And as I said, the guards have now lined up absolutely perfectly, so that when the patrolling guard moves away, we can have enough time to render the guard leaning against the box unconscious, as we would do normally, but this time we will have enough time to get him hidden in a crate. So as soon as the patrolling guard starts moving, we want to start moving, get the static guard unconscious as quickly as possible, drag him to the crate just in front of us here, and put on his outfit. And as you can see, that's got just enough time. The guard's just turning around now. So our timing, as I mentioned, is a bit messed up. So the 2 patrolling guards in this area are no longer having their conversation. They are back to their patrols. So we're going to just approach the control unit, place our remote explosive on it, and avoid the enforcer on the way out. Unfortunately, he has spotted that remote explosive, so we've had to detonate it a little bit early, and we've killed him. So bye bye silent assassin. So from here on out, we're just going to embrace the John Wick approach. Now if you want to take the tactical exit, the boat key for that is over by the control center. It's a big wall of monitors at the back of the room, and the key is on the desk. In the meantime, we're going to make our way up to the ruins, And just where the crowbar is, we'll grab that crowbar. In the bushes is an enigmatic flower. We're going to grab that as well. And we're just going to wait for Orson to go past. Now this is why things went so wrong for me. Because I originally planned to kill Crest by poisoning him. And at the very last moment changed my mind. And we're going to drop him through the bridge. Now this does mess up quite a lot for me. But we will still get all of the challenges. So we're going to shoot the monitors out for the communications. That will get Crest on his way over here. And we're going to run now to the bridge. And we're just going to grab this lethal frog. Come here, frog. Ah. Right, okay. We're going to move on. Where are you, froggy? Come back. There you are. So we're going to try it again. Grab this lethal frog. So that's everything we need for Mr. Jaeger. At this point I'm running the wrong way because we're supposed to be heading for the rope bridge. I will realise this momentarily. Any second now. There we go. So we're going to head for the rope bridge. And we're going to loosen the floorboards with the crowbar we've collected. And then return to the ruins. As I said, this has messed up my whole routine because I wouldn't have had to have doubled back a couple of times here if I'd poisoned Crest. And by poisoning Crest I mean getting the cook to poison him out on the beach by the boathouse. So we're just going to make our way down to the wooden bridge, loosen the floorboards just as Crest is finding out the communications are down. We're then going to retrace our steps back to the ruins and we're heading for the cells area. And down here there will be a couple of guards, so we're going to head round to our right. This is the quicker route and we get to avoid the enforcer. And round to our left and down into the cells. Now because we've lost our silent assassin and so much has gone wrong, I'm not going to wait around for these guards to be in positions to be knocked out. I'm just going to shoot them all dead. But you can stick around. There is a crate just ahead of us around the corner to hide in and hide the bodies in, and you can knock these two out and Orson will come along. One of these guards has a key on him and we're going to use that key on the door opposite the cell with the prisoner in, and in here is a veritable armory including a Molotov cocktail. So we're going to get that for the fire starter challenge, and then we're going to move on around the corner here and we will find our shortcut, the colonial shortcut, or the colonial ruins shortcut. I keep trying to say colonial marines. So all we've got to do now is hang around in this area. You could hide the bodies if you wish, but there's no point really at this point. Silent assassin is long gone. So at any point now we should be losing Mr. Crest to the broken bridge.
That's Crest taken care of. Now it's just a matter of taking out Akka.
So one down. So once Orson turns up, we're just going to plant two in his back. He will drop one of the key cards we require for the access denied challenge. And once we have that, we can then vacate the area. We're going to go back to the rope or wooden bridge. And we're going to go and give Mr. Jaeger the enigmatic flower and the lethal poison frog, which is kind of odd. Because when we give him the lethal frog, he gives us an enigmatic grenade, and when we give him the enigmatic flower, he gives us some lethal poison. So a bit of a swap around there. I don't know if that was intentional or a mistake. It just seems off that you give him something lethal and he gives you something benign back, and then you give him something benign and he gives you something lethal back. So once we're across the bridge here, we're just going to approach Mr. Jaeger.
Are you into biochemistry at all?
Suppose I am.
I'm doing my thesis about new applications for biotoxins native to Ambrose Island. If you find any unique frogs or flowers nearby, could you bring them to me? I'll be happy to share the results of my research with you.
Sounds promising.
That's what my advisor says.
So we're just going to place the flower and the frog on the desk and retrieve the eggmatic grenade and the lethal poison. The lethal poison will come in handy.
I will. Here. I think it might interest you.
Odorana Ambrose. Oh, this little guy excretes a powerful emetic gas from its... Well, you don't want to know that part. Here. Oh. I thought you were just gonna blow me off like everyone else. But I've made a lot of progress on my research thanks to you.
It was nothing.
Here. You should take this. Based on the design, I think it's a key from the old colonial prison. I found it near the ruins a few weeks ago.
Thanks.
So once we have helped out Mr. Jaeger, that will get us the Nature's Bounty Challenge. And then from here on out, we're going to head down towards the submarine exit. And we're going to make our way back into town. And we're going to take on the redacted Get It Yourself challenge. And this is where things go terribly wrong for me. In all my practice runs, I got to this point with a Silent Assassin rating. It was only throwing the coconut at Farah that cost me my Silent Assassin rating. Everything else can be done perfectly silently and assassinly. So we're just going to wait here in the small workshop with our coconut in hand, and Farah will make her way past eventually. Now if you haven't already completed her little quest line, she will be stood over by the bar. But if you've completed the quest line, she starts moving around every time you play the game from then on. So we're just going to throw the coconut at Farah's head for the Get It Yourself challenge, immediately turn around and run out onto the beach area, and we're going to vault up over into Akka's compound, and up along the path here we will find a patrolling guard somewhere along this path. We're going to render him unconscious. You can shoot him as well if you wish. And we're going to take his outfit and make our way into Akka's compound. I don't know why I'm taking out the cameras, it's kind of pointless. So we have a crowbar, so we're going to bust our way into the inner compound area. Now where we knocked out that guard and took his outfit, there is one of the 4 notes for the Penned Pal challenge. And I've completely forgot to grab it in my panic. So I will have to go back for that. But we're going to make our way up into Akka's office, poison the glass just to our right, grab the key from the desk, and then drop ourselves out of the window. There is another note just here in the sack in the corner here. So that's 2 of our notes. We're going to duck through this open window, and right to the very edge of the compound we will find the outhouse, and in the outhouse we have the shortcut. So that's all of the shortcuts now dealt with. So at this point I'm going to go back and retrieve the note I've missed. So we're just going to retrace our steps right back through the compound, being aware of all of the panic that is going on just off to our left. Even Akka sometimes gets involved in that, and if she goes into a panic mode, it's unlikely she's going to come out of it, and you're going to have to hunt her down and shoot her in the head. So the key we collected from Akka's office opens the cage to Mr. Smith's cage, and in the back of that cage is our 3rd letter, which would have been our final letter, but we forgot the one in the tree around by where we knocked the guard out, so we're just going to grab that one quickly, and that is the Penned Pals challenge. So with that taken care of, we can now go and complete what we were doing. As you can see, Akka is here and she's behaving rather strangely. Everything does seem to go a little bit broken once you knock out Farah with the coconut. Like I mentioned already, Akka may go into panic mode and will not come out of it, or Akka will do as she's doing there, and she's doing part of her routine and then it just suddenly stopped, and then she goes back into her routine, stops again, and then completely breaks her routine. I've not actually seen her do what she's about to do. So we're going to make our way up into her office and await her arrival and subsequent death. But instead of going straight to the drink, she ignores the room completely, makes her way out of the side door and onto the balcony. Something I've never seen her do. And she's just going to wait right there now. So we're going to take this opportunity and we're just going to shoot her in the head, which will get us the straight shot challenge if you haven't already got that. And she has the second access key to the control unit which we need, and she's dropped it onto the fence. We can't get it. Like I said, if it can go wrong today, it will go wrong today. So the access card we require is jammed in the fence. As you can see, even shooting it hasn't quite worked. I wonder if we can dislodge it down onto the ground below. So I'm just going to take a few pot shots at it. We've triggered a bit of a panic downstairs, so we're just going to quickly hide in the box here. We won't be in here very long, as I soon realise that I'm almost out of ammunition. I can't keep taking shots at a wooden fence to dislodge a key card. Then I remember that Akka herself has a golden Kalashnikov leaning against her chair. So we're going to have that. I don't have a golden Kalashnikov yet, so this one will do nicely. So high powered rifle, lots of ammo, this should work. And it has. We've now managed to dislodge the control key card. Unfortunately I've been spotted getting back in the box because we triggered a panic. And time for the bloodbath. Right, I think it's finally safe to get back in the box. We're just going to let a bit of the panic calm down. Although we are highly compromised, we are still going to have to kill quite a few people, I think. Starting with the guy coming up the stairs right now, we're going to switch back to our silent pistol. We don't want to cause any more panic. So there is the key card finally. Like I said, if it can go wrong today, it will go wrong today. That will get us the access denied challenge. So back on schedule finally. We're going to make our way out of the compound. You can go, mate. And we're heading now for the beach where the restaurant is and the boathouse or the boat repair shop. And we're just going to vault over the fence here, ignore the enforcer up to our right, make our way up to the first little hut on stilts. Make our way in through the door. We're going to grab the key from beside the bed here. This is the key to the kitchens. And then out of the front door again, around to our left, up the stairs ahead of us. We're going to open the door to the kitchens. And then in here at the back of the room, we will find our fourth and final note for the Penned Pal challenge. So that's all of the discoveries and feats really taken care of. I still haven't found the Cove boat exit. So not my best run through so far. If you would like to see a better run through, a much more optimal route, then I will be uploading what should have happened for this video right after this video goes live. And hopefully you'll join me for that one. We'll do a much better job of getting through all of the discoveries and feats with almost no kills. Only our targets will be the ones eliminated. So I will get that uploaded right after this, and I will place a link in the description for this video to that one and anything else I might be able to do. So there we go, a whole slew of discoveries and feats. I'm aware I still have a Pirate's Life and a Piano Man still to complete. I'm moving on to them next. Hopefully that was of some use to you. Like I said, it all went horribly wrong for me I hope you have better luck with your runs. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.